Can you explain to the people why Kevin Durant doesn't like you?
Oh, because I'm honest and he don't like stats. But the reason I think Kevin was just unfamiliar with me. You know what I mean? I think
I got into it.
he didn't really. Yeah. Kevin Durant.
I remember that.
Yeah. You know, millions upon millions of views. Thank you, Kevin. It was an easy target. See, the thing is, I ain't never really liked the nigga anyway, if we being honest.
What?
Wow.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about as a sports fan. I don't know the dude personally. I don't care.
I was gonna say he's a good dude. He's a good dude.
That's what I'm saying. When I say never liked, I never liked the move to Golden State.
Okay. Explain yourself before.
So I never
packed out on this.
Because it's a competitive spirit thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's man, you can't beat me in Uno and then I want to team up with you. And the way you lose, like you come down, you lose you're up 3-1.
Up 3-1.
And then you lose that way. It's supposed to trigger something competitive in you to where you like, I got to get my face back, and he ain't want it back. He joined the other team. Even if you feel like if I lose to somebody where I had a major lead, I feel like I beat myself. I wouldn't even, I would feel the need to show you that, and he ain't have it. And what is that? Like, I can't wrap my mind around it. And it ain't for me to understand. I ain't never been in that man's shoes. I'm just saying from my perspective, I never could understand that.
So what if you're living in Oklahoma City and you get the opportunity to move to the Bay Area?
You rich enough to do that anyway.
But what if I'm on vacation, minding my goddamn business, and 3 motherfuckers who just lost to LeBron James call me up and fly all the way to see me, to beg me to join them, and sweet talk me into, we can win the championship. Like how is he getting the bad igma when they went to him?
Oh, I thought that was weak on their behalf.
The recruit, you recruit me. You showing me the nice titties and the ass. I was happy where I was.
But this is what I say. If they do that, I'll be like, nah. It's a shame y'all feel like y'all can't beat LeBron without me. I'm going to show y'all how to do it. I'm going to show you how to do it. As a competitor, I'll show you how to do it. I owe him one anyway because he got me in Miami. So I owe him one anyway.
Give it one more try.
Where is the competitive nature, bro?
I give it one more shot. I give it one more shot.
It ain't like you going to war.
Because once I sign that deal, bitch, I'm stuck here for 5 more years.
Yeah, it ain't like you going to war.
At the time, you could have been doing like the 2 years. Right? Yeah, that's why he was doing the 2-year deal, right?
Hey man, listen, I hear y'all. Listen, I can't.
He's not going to war with scrubs. He got Russ, Ibaka.
Yeah.
Adams. It's not like you going to war with some scrubs, and you've shown that you can compete against these guys, bro. It felt like the easy way out, bro. And I'm cool with that. Get it however you get it. He still got the finals MVPs. He got the rings. He got his MVP at OKC. He's going to be first ballot. He's a top 15 player all time, depending on how you feel about him. You know, at the end of the day, he's all of these things, but you know what he'll never be able to do is take that stigma off of him for what he did. It was a non-competitive move.
But that's you can do that with everyone.
No. Is it? Can you?
Yeah, you can. You can.
Nah, if you knock me out the playoffs after I'm up 3-1, bro, where is the sense of pride? That's what I like.
Where's the sense of pride if you coming after me?
No. I'm saying but they already got a ring. That's what I'm saying.
And it
don't matter to them.
You whoop me, he beat your ass, and now you call me for help. Who's the weak one here?
I whooped your ass.
I'm on vacation.
You should be looking at me like, why you been here, nigga?
Boom.
Fuck
there you go,
man. You just beat me up, man. You show up at my doorstep and say, I'm sorry, man. Yeah. You beat the shit out of me.
Yeah,
I had you down.
You want to help us jump somebody?
So that's what I'm saying. Think about it. The person who just you're 73 and whatever, you're coming to me. And you getting credit for yours. That's crazy. You're the one begging, not me. You just whooped him. You beat me. You just whooped his ass, and he's begging.
But I had a bad shooting performance to put y'all away. I need to show you what it is. You know what I mean? It ain't just that they lost to them. If KD plays better, they beat that Golden State team. You don't have nothing in you that makes you for me, you can't beat me in 2K and then I not want to run it back, bro. Where is the competitive spirit?
But that's what I'm saying. You took an L. Like you can't say like this is the best team in the NBA by record-wise.
Yeah.
Y'all had them up 3-1.
Y'all begging me though.
Yeah.
This ain't me coming to y'all. I can say if he called and say, hey, man, y'all got a lot of money over there. You know what I mean? I want to join y'all. So y'all lost to LeBron James with the best record in the NBA.
Yep.
And then you come knocking on my door.
So he can't.
And you know how I answer that call?
And let's go get the second best. Think about what I'm saying. Let's go get the second best player in the NBA to join a team that we already won 73. But they look at y'all like y'all motherfucking gods, and I'm the one who takes the back seat.
I don't. I give them credit.
I'm saying you said
Katie, there's 3 Hall of Famers now because of they begged the right motherfucker.
But this is the thing.
They begged the right person.
They got one after. They got one after.
But
they got one before.
The NBA
NBA
shifted because of that.
I understand all
we don't know what if he don't go there. We don't know what happens when LeBron beats their ass a couple more times. They start breaking that team up.
He don't go there. I don't win to be a champion. But I'm just saying. You said
you got a ring because of that motherfucker.
They said they came begging.
He got a ring because
you said they came begging, right?
Begging.
But you can't say
perfect flight.
You don't gotta say no. You can't say no. You gotta accept it. Like, all right, man. I'm sorry, man.
You sold me on a good ass.
So this doesn't.
You sold me.
So this don't mean anything to you, Gil.
Never heard players recruit.
A man who has a ring because of this decision is still telling you, the decision is kind of whack.
But it is swaggy though, so he'll tell you that today. He might change his opinion tomorrow.
Nah,
that's it.
At the end of the day,
no.
Gil, you're a competitor,
No, I like
bro.
what he did.
know, but what I'm
not saying it. I like what he did.
But think about it. You're in a space where you're a free agent, right? He's a free agent. He done got the scoring title a couple of times. He done got an MVP. He got the all. He's already first ballot Hall of Famer at 28, right? And then Curry, Clay, and Draymond as a group. The Temptations fly all the way on while I'm on vacation. Where you at, dog? I'm on vacation.
We know they're not winning without him.
Right, so you're saying the best team in the NBA who just beat me is calling for help. That come on, dog. How are y'all not? But you don't knock them for calling for help. You knock me for joining.
I do knock them.
Nobody knocks them for that. Nobody sits there and puts this stigma on their name. No one.
Because you want to know why? You want to know why?
They won after, right?
Because the conversation is never Steph asked. The conversation is always Draymond called crying.
Who was on the plane with him?
But this is what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying. But this is what I'm saying.
Who told you?
If the conversation was always Steph asked me to come, that changes the entire conversation. Because then people look at Steph crazy. Steph gets credit for stepping to the side and allowing this guy to come in on his team. That's the way they draw the narrative for Steph. But if Steph was the one who made the call, after Steph had no finals MVPs, just lost, you know what I mean? That stigma would have been on Steph too.
But that's what I said. It's a narrative because
I get it.
Because Draymond called.
But that's what I'm saying.
Tells Draymond to do shit.
Listen, I get you.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm just answering the question.
I'm
just answering the question.
It's kind of.
But I don't like. I don't like. He came there. He won the championship.
Yeah,
he got two Finals MVP. You got your third for it. So if I'm going to give you credit for your 3 and your 4, you got your fourth after, but I'm giving you credit for 3. Y'all are sitting here doing 4 rings. 4 of those rings come from a dude that came to y'all team. So how do y'all get credit for 4, but he's discredited for his 2? I don't like that. I gotta give you credit for everybody gets the same credit.
That's what I told you. I do first, front, and back. Those 2 in the middle, I don't even.
But see, you take those 2 away, they're not gonna say he's the top. They're not gonna say, oh, hey, Curry, you a top 10 player.
See, me and you ain't. That's what I'm saying. You make a lot of sense. And I don't argue with what you're saying. Me, I take it off the board. I'm sorry. It's just for me, it's not a
What? The rings okay?
The rings, listen, man, you get
see
to
what
keep
KD
yours.
was doing?
But you get to keep yours. But what I'm saying, I take it off the table.
You can't hate on KD now. I'm talking about the situation
right,
that I
so
would have liked to see.
Once again, here comes the hate on KD.
You is hating.
When we talked about
You's a hater.
When we talked about Melo getting in,
you.
who I said was the second best bucket getter of all time.
KD?
So I got him in front of everybody who's ever played the game except Michael Jordan.
Compliment.
It's not a backhand compliment.
Hey man,
Hey
man,
no, he does exactly what I do.
hard, but I would have got the green color.
You can
like,
put,
what the fuck is that?
You can put your hate aside and put him in his respect.
Right.
No.
I respect that better.
I just did that. Hey man, them shoes was cold, but I like the gray one. I would have got the gray ones.
See, but I don't say I would have.
I like
gray
those
ones.
though.
I would have
Those
told
cool
you
as hell.
why the gray ones.
But
It
I
ain't
like
just
gray.
it ain't just taste.
Yeah.
The reason I don't it ain't just taste. At the end of the day, I'm telling you, Kevin Durant no-showed down the back stretch of that too.
You can't say that.
Well, go look at the game.
Look it up.
Go look at the games. Go look at the numbers. I put it in the video. I put it in the video. That's the thing. That's why
All right,
I don't argue with feelings. I don't come to arguments with feelings. Numbers is what I care about.
So,
Actually watching it is what I care about.
So you saying you don't like him because he no-showed, then left?
No, not like him. I don't like his.
No, I'm talking about his game.
Yeah. His game ain't no flaws in his game to me.
So
He's the second best bucket getter in the history of the game.
So you
I don't like the whining. I don't like the thin skin. I don't like the lack of competitiveness whenever he went and joined the team that he should have wanted to run it back against. If Kobe, you wouldn't look at Kobe different.
You can't put everybody.
Wait a second. Wait, I'm just asking you a question. Why you gotta stop me before I ask the question?
Because I know where it's going.
If Kobe, when he lost to the Celtics, he was like, trade me for Ray Allen. And then the next year, he won two.
No, that's like they're going begging him. Now, you got to throw the bag in. They begging him.
Okay, all right, how about this? How about after he lost to the Phoenix Suns? And then the Suns end up losing to the Spurs, and they like, man, we can't get past the Spurs. Kobe, come over here. And Kobe was like, do you expect Kobe to be like, sure, I'll join you guys? Or he'd be like, I owe you one. He
gonna say, hell no, I'm in the Laker uniform.
I live in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Dwight, you better come over here.
Yeah. So
Steve Nash, you better come over here.
But that's what I'm saying. If you felt like you needed more help to win, you go to your office and you go, hey, me and Russ need somebody else.
See that?
Because it ain't working.
But he could have not got along with somebody.
No. Did he show up when he played for Golden State? Those are some of his best defensive years. I think he was the best all around. KD was while he was there. He was better there and it's not because of the cast that was around him. He was truly in his prime. But that injury kept us from seeing, like, I think he gets a ring with the Nets if it wasn't for the injury and the dysfunction that was going on down there. If Kyrie is able to play, James Harden don't get hurt, he ain't hurt, they walk away with a ring. When he gave Giannis almost a 49-point triple-double when the season was on the line, that told you everything you need to know about KD, which bothers me even more that he didn't go and get his face back. If you that guy, why are you doing that, bro? You can get it done yourself.
So you don't like him because he didn't get his face back?
But you got to look at it. Like, you got to look at also the totality of it all, right? When they went to the championship and lost to LeBron, they didn't get better. They got worse in the sense of we lost this player, we mismanaged, because the city can't afford to build a championship like that. So that takes a factor in too. So when you
giving James Harden $4 million, letting him walk for $4 million.
Yeah, when you're sitting there as a free agent and you looking at, all right, if I sign this contract with them, what's the chance of me winning a championship? I have a chance right now.
Him and Russ.
Bird in my hand. This is Dallas Mavericks right here, right?
What?
You have a chance.
Him and Russ are good enough.
They wasn't.
Yeah.
They were good enough.
It wasn't.
That's why they were up
good enough
3-1.
to win no
Yes,
championship.
it was. Why not?
Wait a second.
Because if they would have played with Kyrie and LeBron, that's a good head up.
No, listen.
Just Kyrie and LeBron, so there was no Kevin Love there.
So I'm going to ask you this. I'm going to ask you this. Because you say automatically, like, Kevin Love and Kyrie are there, but in that first one against the Golden State Warriors, they got hurt.
Yeah, they got hurt.
So my thing is, you don't know nothing. Like, listen, KD gets more rings than that. If him and Klay Thompson don't go down, if Klay stay on the team, he could have got hurt. He still would have got his third ring if Klay Thompson don't go down.
But healthy Cavs versus OKC, that's not even there.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you don't know.
And that's the problem. I don't know, but I'm a free agent right now, and this is my chance to get a ring. Because I don't know what's going to happen to my legacy. Now let's think about it.
It was earned, but it doesn't feel earned.
That's what it said. Let's take away the 2 championships. Let's take away the 2 championships. He don't make that move. And his legacy is the same way. He wouldn't have what he has. He wouldn't have 2 championships or 2 finals MVPs. His legacy is very different.
And not to me. I don't even add that shit to his legacy.
I usually don't add the championships because that's a team sport anyway.
Yeah.
Team war, so.
I don't add it.
You're not a winner, that's why.
I don't, because Tony Parker is a finals MVP. Andre Iguodala is a finals MVP.
And they're winners.
Yeah, and they winners, but I don't put Andre Iguodala's, finals MVP in the same breath that I put Steph Curry's in when he really putting the team on his back to get, the Celtics out of here.
Did he really put that whole team on his back? Because it could have went to Wiggins too.
Now, I agree with that.
But you just can't say that. You can't. So why are we shutting down the people that help other people?
Man, stop batting for these
nigga, you just said
side niggas, man.
That's why you never made it out the first round. This is why your ass is still here. Because you motherfuckers don't win.
He made it out the first round.
You need to have winners.
Hold on, Nick. I'm just gonna be sorry because
he made it out the first round.
No, nigga. What did you do when you was on?
What the fuck did you do in the playoffs?
You can't live in the Wizards.
He made it out the first round.
When you left, you was a nigga.
What did you do? What did you do? You went to the playoffs.
Let's look at what you did.
You started 2 games in the playoffs.
Okay,
you making a bet because you went to the Golden State Warriors.
Yes.
That has nothing to do with you.
You can't keep saying championship don't matter. I don't mean because it's a team thing. You can't.
It's a team thing, though.
You can't.
You won a championship because of the team.
Okay.
Not because of your ability.
When you was a corner, nigga, you didn't even get to the fuck out the first round. Never.
When I was a corner dude.
You couldn't take it. You gotta fall in line.
When I was a corner,
winners fall in line. It ain't about just motherfucking your stats. When you trying to win something as a team, you fall in line. Everybody got to learn to fall in line.
When I was a corner dude, I wasn't important enough to do anything. So if we won a championship and I'm on a bench playing 2 minutes, it has nothing to do with me, brother. I didn't have to change no behavior to sit there for 2 minutes and do this shit. Gil, give me one. So when you're talking about a corner dude that has an importance to a team, you're trying to say that Allen Iverson's duty of trying to carry his team to a championship and fall short because he didn't have enough on his team to have the right people.
You gotta have some.
But you get more credit for sitting on the bench for 2 minutes because y'all.
No, I didn't sit up. Yeah. You know. So, are you watching the games?
So
you see when people get hurt, when Iguodala got hurt, who else they went to? It's the next man up. When I played against the Rockets, you don't know shit like that. Yes, he got hurt when we played the Rockets and we took him to Game 7. You don't know this shit like that because
when another side nigga get hurt, another side nigga come in. Did Steph Curry get hurt? Did Klay Thompson get hurt?
So it was
we see what happened. How about where was those same niggas at when Steph Curry and Klay wasn't, or not, when Klay and KD wasn't playing? Where was those side niggas against Toronto?
Yeah,
I got a question. I'm
asking you a question.
It's a structure. It's a line.
There's a structure. 2 went out.
So this couch wouldn't be where the fuck we at. Just if you were just sitting here by yourself, where would this fucking couch be? So you don't need Josiah. You don't need me. You don't need goddamn McCants. You don't need BJ. You sound dumb.
So
when you're not here,
where was those side niggas?
You gotta carry the show when you're not here.
Where was the side?
Crazy.
I'm asking you a question.
You sound crazy.
But Nick, he's saying they didn't carry the show.
KD and Klay is gone. Where was these side niggas then? If they are so important to the heavy lifting.
Okay, so if it's just carry,
I'm asking you. I'm just
Steph
asking.
and Klay and nobody else playing. Where are they at?
I'm asking the question.
You
remove a main piece. Who steps up? You're telling me
so if you
remove Iguodala, put you in. He averages 5. You averages 5.
Where are they at?
I'm gonna just ask this question, Nick. I want both of y'all to answer. Do you see more value in Jason Tatum's ring or Allen Iverson's Herculean effort to get his team there and take one game off the Lakers, which no one else was able to do?
I'm going with Jason Tatum.
So you'll take Jason Tatum's ring?
Hell yeah.
All right. I think Allen Iverson.
That's not the one.
There's no other feeling. If you had never felt the feeling, you would understand.
Hold on, let me.
That was
NBA champion of the world.
That was hilarious.
You wouldn't understand.
He said you wouldn't understand.
You named the wrong person. You got to name. He values Drew Peterson.
Yep.
Ring.
Well,
you don't know who that is.
The reason why I named a star player is because Jason Tatum got a ring because he was a big part of a great team, but that's a great team. Allen Iverson's ability to even get that team there. But that's why
he getting pushed down.
That's why I hate that. I hate that because that's where the ring chasing idea comes from. Where it's just when you put it is a team sport. It's a team sport, exactly. Yeah. And I think whenever we're judging how great an individual is, right?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Winning puts you in front of.
Nah, not for me.
Okay.
Not for me.
So what's the Jordan argument?
But what's the Jordan argument?
6 rings, right?
Yeah. Bill Russell got 11. So is Bill ahead of him?
6 rings.
What has 11, dog?
6 rings.
6 ain't more than 11.
6 rings.
6 ain't more than 11. And he was the best player on his team for his 11 rings.
6 rings.
11.
6 rings.
So
I was Kobe fighting so hard to get that
your ability, because we had the conversation. We had the conversation earlier about Kobe Bryant pulling that Lakers team up the way that he did, and Steve Nash got the MVP.
Kobe's main thing was trying to win a championship.
But we're having a conversation very simply about that year that Kobe drugged those guys to the playoffs.
It looked good.
It looked good. You didn't see that as more valuable
than when he won in Boston? Boston?
No, more valuable than when Steve Nash just won more because he was on a better team.
He didn't even win more. He lost more compared to what he did last year.
I'm talking about championships. I'm not talking about winning more. I'm talking about if he would have carried the team to a championship, that's different. I don't care. If you don't get it done, that's different.
So you really look at Rip Hamilton as being better than Kobe because Kobe could never beat Rip Hamilton in a championship.
No, you're gonna change.
I'm not saying
change your criteria.
They both a champion. Look, I understand. Nobody.
So Rip Hamilton is better than.
Never felt this.
Rip Hamilton is better than James Harden.
If you don't feel the feeling, you wouldn't understand. I get it. You gotta feel it.
Chauncey Billups better than James Harden.
Who?
Chauncey Billups better than James Harden.
Why? I'm talking about.
He took his team. He a Hall of Famer too. He Hall of Famer. Right, he won a championship. He got a Finals MVP. Is Chauncey Billups not that guy?
Let's move it around.
Is he better than?
Let's start saying is fucking Wilt Chamberlain better than Ron Harper or some shit. Let's start moving this shit around. Let's start moving.
Wait a second. I named a Hall of Famer.
Let's move. Are we talking about stars, superstars, and role play? That shit don't make sense. Y'all talking
Chauncey Billups is a Hall of Famer.
All right.
And he won a championship and was
Chauncey
Finals
Billups
MVP.
or Carmelo Anthony. Let's just start saying crazy shit. Let's just
But it was you putting the value in the
You was putting the value on the championship on a role
trying to find out
who plays 2 minutes versus a star who has to carry his team. That was the real argument. That you're putting the value on someone who plays like, he's valuable to the team.
Value on winning. If you a star player and you got rings behind you, yes, that push your ass in front of everybody, yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Now keep going.
Winning, nigga, it's winning.
We said star players, yes. Your star
That's what the...
This argument was about a star player who didn't do it versus a role player.
A star player, okay. But the star player in question...
We was on KD and motherfuckers...
I got you, I'm bringing it back. The star player in question joined a team with a 2-time MVP, unanimous MVP, and champion, and team that just broke the record for most wins in a season. Yet we're going to act like those championships have the same weight as another star who's pulling his team to a championship. I feel like that's not the same. I think Giannis' 1 championship is better than his 2.
Well, you know the bad part about it all? The narrative is going to always change depending on what you're talking about. If you put just a criteria out there and say, this is the criteria on how we're going to rank everyone, everyone would be mad, right? Because if you say championships are that important, where would Michael Jordan actually be if that was the criteria, right? Because there's going to be a lot of people in front of him. There's going to be a lot of people when it comes to championships, because you can't use finals MVP because it wasn't created for some of those guys. Then you so you have to start manipulating the argument for people to move in. Because when he became the GOAT, it wasn't off of championship. It was off of just who.
No, they were calling him the GOAT before the championship.
Okay, man. Winning don't matter, kids.
Nick,
winning.
No one's changing.
Just shoot. You know what? Just shoot the ball as much as you want. Winning don't matter.
That's how he got it.
Swaggy, winning.
Wait, hold on. That's how he got it.
No, winning don't matter, y'all.
That's how he got it. That was the reason.
Tell the kids winning don't matter.
That's how he got it.
Stats matter more than winning.
That's how he got it.
I know.
Hey,
like, what the fuck you talking? That's how he got it in '92.
Nick.
What was? Can you tell me his stats in '92? Let's have a real conversation.
Hey, man.
In 1992.
I don't talk to niggas that ain't
Wait a second.
man. My job, if you ain't
Gil,
no reason you can't
the nigga got swept and they called him Jesus.
That's cool, man.
What?
You don't know history. Like 92, he only had 2 championships.
I don't talk to people that ain't won.
He was called the GOAT. So there was no 6-0. It was just 2-0.
So Swaggy.
So what was they going off of? Stats.
So Swaggy.
Scoring titles.
You want to talk to winners? Winners, as a reminder to our fans, there is a LeBron free pick available to you for tonight's Lakers Warriors.